Hi guys, welcome to Tot on Box. I am your host Abby, and today we have with us.
Ernest.
Rejoice.
Lily Hixo.
Kofi K.
Udogu Aziza.
Thank you guys for joining us. The topic we are going to be talking about today is relationship dynamics, navigating priorities and boundaries in family interactions. Now, let me lay out the scenario for you. It's a husband and wife. They're going shopping and they're going to go pick up the mother. When they get to the location of the mother's house, the husband tells the wife to get out of the front seat to go sit in the back so that the mother can sit in the front. And then the wife got upset and it started one big argument and a whole fight. So, do you think that the husband needs to put boundaries between his mom and him and the wife, or do you think what the husband decided to do was right, to begin with? What are your thoughts on this? Anyone can start out for us.
Well, I think they should have discussed that at home first. Like, if you're like, I'm going to pick up my mom, but when we get there, I want you to go sit in the back seat. Have a conversation before they just do it right when the ladies are coming out.
I mean, it will make sense for the wife to accept that is the mother. So the love for the mother will come first because she's the one who gave birth to the man. So automatically the wife should accept that, and it should come natural. She shouldn't get mad about it because it's the mother. Come on. You're just the wife.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
No,
Wait a minute. You're just the
no.
wife.
Just the wife.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, you're just the wife.
Just the wife, and he repeats it again.
Yeah, you're just the wife. Because, come on now.
No.
Nothing can separate a man's love with the mother.
Yeah,
But
that's
the wife,
right.
come on, there's so many wives. See, I can have like 3 wives. I can choose to have 3 wives. If you want to get away from the relationship, hey, go. Substitute. Now my 11 bar, now my 12 core.
Wow.
Okay.
So this is why I think most people are deciding not to get married, because men are so entitled to have multiple wives and have zero responsibilities or zero commitment towards the wife. Me, for instance, I think what the man did was totally wrong because the wife was already in the front seat. So there's no way you're gonna tell me to move back. If there was nobody sitting there and you tell me to go sit in the back seat, I may agree. But me sitting in the front seat and you telling me to move back, hey, that's a big issue. And also, it's not just the wife.
Yeah, it's not just the wife.
And I think communication is the key,
Yeah.
So you can't, just because you're the husband, you can't just wake up and be like, no, you go here. You have to at least talk to her, give her that respect, So
Then let me ask then, you're saying she's just the wife. Then the emphasis of just the wife, isn't the whole point that when you two get married, you're joined together as one, just as your mother is joined together with your dad as one.
Just your dad.
Just your dad, by the way. So how can you say she's just the wife? Because now, no, if we're thinking in the order, your wife is now priority over your mother. The same way your father puts your mom over priority over his mom. So can you explain and elaborate a bit more on the just the
if
wife?
the relationship between the three, the man, the mother and the wife is actually cordial and cool, and my mom needs to sit in the front seat, I don't think my wife should see any offense with it. She shouldn't, honestly speaking.
So my question is were they going somewhere with the mother?
They were going shopping with the mother.
Okay, so
and they came to pick up the mom, and the wife is in the front seat, and the husband is telling the wife to get up from the front seat and go sit in the back, so his mom can sit there.
Okay, so here's how I see it. So if they're both going to pick up the mom, they would have already talked to the mom that
They
we're
didn't
coming
have
to
that
pick you up.
conversation. That's why the whole fight has
But my thing
started.
is they say, oh, we're coming to pick you up for shopping. So the mom should also know that they are coming together, sitting at the front seat together.
Yeah.
So then I will sit at the back seat.
you mean
You kind of know.
You mean that the mother should know her place already?
So in that situation, she doesn't. So who sets the boundaries? Who who's responsible in setting those boundaries then?
Well, the husband
between
should,
the
obviously.
Yeah, that's the man. So
but
the man
in
would-
this case it was not set, and so who should the husband be defending right now with the mom and wife fighting?
he's
Everybody-
obviously gonna defend his wife
Yeah.
because that's his.
He should, or okay, let's
No, he
let me
is going to defend
let me
the
be
wife.
the devil's advocate. He's
Okay.
defending his mom because that's my mom, as Kwadwo said. He's
Just the wife.
Just
Just the wife. So he's defending the
Just
mom,
two
like, you know,
bullets.
she birthed me. I can't replace my mother at the end of the day. Is that right?
No, that's a straight no.
Why?
Yeah, because like I said, I was there. I was sitting there. I wasn't told to go. There was no communication, and I was sitting in the front seat. If we were supposed to be like coming towards the car together, then whoever got there first deserved the front seat.
Okay.
So since I was already in my place and nothing was communicated to me, then I feel a little bit betrayed, or I will be probably mad that I was asked to go to the back seat.
I have a question here.
Yeah.
What is the difference between front seat and back seat? Because they are all within the car.
We're all
The
gonna be
vehicle.
at the
So,
same
yeah,
place.
you know.
Usually-
So I'm
Yeah, but
confused
like-
here.
I think
You-
that guy trying to be like, like give priority to like, being front seats, like makes it more
First class.
Yeah.
Right. There's a reason why people call shotgun, you know?
Yeah.
And so with him even making that emphasis of saying, oh, move to the back, he just placed the importance of
Yeah.
who sits in the front
Mhm.
seat.
Okay.
If he had not said anything, then it's not
Yeah.
a problem.
Yeah.
That's what
But-
I'm saying. Like the mom coming in should already know that. Oh, they're already sitting at the front. So then I'm going to the back seat to open them.
Okay.
Right.
And just-
And
I-
also to get more religious, the Bible it stated that a man will leave his mother and
Mm-hmm.
dad and go be with his wife. So he has, once a man is married, he has more responsibilities towards his family and his wife. So I'm still standing with my initial thought. The husband was not supposed to tell the wife to move back. That was totally wrong, and I won't accept it.
Okay, so then how does this boundary go about being set? Do you think it's right to do it right then and there, or tell the wife like, oh, come on, just sit in the car, let's go and we talk about it at home?
The mother will have to drive at this point. Yeah, pay fight today. It's so cheap.
That's
And
why
then
she
the
drives
mom
her
is
own
saying,
car.
I'm not fighting. Like, you as the husband now, you have to choose between your wife and mom.
But my problem here is because like what my man right said Oba Bema ko warrior, you should know say waware.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel
So,
like your place.
Give him
already.
that space, that respect. Iti wo ma me no wo ba no say, hey, me ba be man na masin there about. Iti say if there is love, so odo ho I think the mother should know her place before sending back back. Because oh, there be cool, come on, her here. And I say, oh, Kwame, no, I'll be okay at the back. So if your son refuse to respect the wife, that doesn't mean say also what you say. Yeah. So I think say as a mother, you should know say or more that contract, and it's two of them, ain't you have to be out.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
right after the shopping, no, the mom goes
Back.
to her
Yes.
husband
You
or
mean
back
you
to
could
her.
refuse.
The other two are going back home, and
Yeah.
now they're gonna be.
That's
Like,
best I solve another case.
Yeah, and I think another thought is the husband can leave it to the wife and the mom to decide, because I know a couple ladies that will voluntarily like give up the seat for the mom out of respect.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the husband should probably leave it to the two to decide.
But like, what if the mom wants to sit in front though?
Yeah, and
That-
the husband can't leave it between, because in that moment, I feel like the wife wants you to make that decision for
Yeah.
your mom to know who is the number one woman in your life. So if you leave it to them, you're basically leaving your wife to fight for
Yeah.
herself, and then she's gonna think she doesn't have the support that
So,
she's supposed to get.
Situations like this, what are you guys going to do?
I feel like if it gets
If
to
you
it, it
if
gets
you are
to-
the guy and you were the like if you were the husband and you were the wife, like
Oh, for me, I know my husband is gonna sleep in the garage or probably the couch for the night.
Because I feel like if it gets to a situation where they're both like they want to sit in front, so like they're both competing to sit in front. I don't know.
It just looks so wrong.
Yeah, it would be like,
Yes.
why you guys not understanding each other? And like one person will pick this, because even as guys, if I'm going with you somewhere to your mom's or whatever, like let's say I'm sitting in front and then we're going to pick your mom or something. Should be understanding to be like, oh, we know that for a body and I'm in tonight. Like it just comes natural. Like, oh, I'm internet. That's where it's available. I'm like, oh, my best I'm internet for internet. Cause you know, great.
So at this time you are the guy, right? And the case we see. So what are you going to do?
If they both want to sit in front, I think I'll choose my wife to sit in front.
Oh,
Yeah.
for me, if they both want to sit in front and I was the husband now, but I come back driving about continue for case so.
Oh.
You're saying,
Yeah.
you're
I like
saying
that.
that you're gonna have the wife sit in the front,
Yeah.
and then your mom tells you with you having the wife sit in front. You know, you're saying now you have disowned me as your mother.
As your
No,
mother.
like that
How
one.
is
No.
that gonna go?
So if I tell my wife to sit at the back and mom to sit in front, that's a fight that will go on, in my family. But then if I tell my mother to sit at the back and my wife to sit in front, that's like me between my mom. I can go tell her that, oh, okay, this and this are the situation. I want my wife to sit in front. Like that's easier to solve than with your wife. That's like a whole different family and yours family too.
Yeah, but
Because
like, you can go ahead.
I think my wife should be somebody who is gonna understand me easily. So
But
What-
what about they both want
Right?
You don't have a wife like me.
like they both want to sit in front.
Odogu, say something.
No matter what you do, they both want to sit in front.
But like, I feel like
You have to just choose one.
yeah, but like I feel like my
I'm a
husband.
bluebird. Let's find it sad. Bluebird.
But I feel like I would like my husband to like communicate with me, like be like, oh, when we get to my mom's place, I would like you to go sit in the back so my mom can sit in front. But like, I don't want us to just get there and just decide like right there, go sit in the back.
that's
And
disrespect.
no, that's just like plain out disrespect. Like
Yeah.
no, just let's have the conversation at home. Just like decide what we're gonna do. Just don't do it right there.
Okay.
Like, that just put me on the spot, and I'm like, what should I do?
Before I have a question to ask, but let me read some comments that we are getting. Vanessa XO1 said, many wives sing. Kay Barney said, me too cry. And Kay Barney said again, the front seat is always for the mom, but once he's married, that seat automatically passes to the wife.
That's the point.
And then Ko Uso Asante said, is it me or both wives and mom prefer the back seat where I come from? Back seat is the best seat.
It is.
It is. You
I
know,
feel like that's
I
like
feel like
the most
there's less
relaxing
place you
Yeah.
could be.
Yeah.
But my question that I was going to ask, do you think the wife was wrong in that moment to get heated and start, going off on the husband? Should she have waited, just sat in the back seat, waited till she got home to talk with the
fight,
husband?
not
Yeah.
talk. Fight.
No.
Yeah, to fight, not talk.
Yeah, I agree. The wife was probably wrong, like going off right that instant. But for me, I would have probably like waited. Of course, I'm gonna be. My face is gonna show an angry wife, obviously. But I'm gonna wait till I get home and all hell is gonna break loose.
I'm a substitute.
All hell. All hell. Substitution and addition and yeah. But yeah.
But I feel like when they get home, they'll be like, we are too tired to like discuss the
Oh,
situation
no.
already happened. Like,
This is not a topic. My brother said, we're going to talk about it.
Man.
I feel
Because
like earlier, even was also gonna talk about something like the wife would be understanding to be like, oh, okay, like, see, I know, like right now, I won't show anything like anger or whatever. But when we get home,
oh, you
that's when we
gonna
have a
see
discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have a discussion like
No be
okay.
discussion, be fight.
That is a good word, bro.
Yeah.
We fight.
Maybe fights. Okay.
So I feel like when you are a lady or a wife, you don't have to be upset because she's your in-law no matter what, and you can't just like get access to the guy just like that. You have to go through that process, the marriage process, through your in-law. So as soon as you have that contract, you should make sure you respect everybody in his family. Like me, I feel when I get married to a lady, I see my in-laws as my mother as well. Yeah, so the respect I give to my mother, I'll give it to her. So it's gonna be hard for me to like be that heated or that harsh on her.
I think, like you're saying, I'm gonna give that respect as needed. But definitely when we go home, we would need to have a conversation.
We will need to fight.
We're gonna have that conversation that possibly will turn into a major fight. But what I would never try to do is have my mother-in-law see that I have this issue, and so that later on, my husband can have that talk with his mom, like, hey, going forward, if me and my wife pick you up, my wife is going to be sitting in the front, and that way I think due respect is given to both, and you can kind of avoid more fights, because if you don't have that conversation, it's just gonna keep happening over and over in different situations.
Well, I think it depends on how often it happens, whether fights or being angry in the car or not. So if it was the first time, second time, third time, probably there's no need to fight or there's no need to be angry. But if it keeps like a continuous thing keeps happening, then it's not gonna be just a talk. It's gonna be a fight,
A war.
Yeah, probably a war. A war. And I'm gonna show with time. I'm gonna show some expressions on my face. Probably not like voiced out that I'm mad, but I'm gonna show some expressions on my face that I'm mad in the car. So it depends on how often it's been going on.
I mean, so let's say this is. I think if the wife is getting upset now, this is probably the first time that it has happened. So they may be newly married,
Yeah.
and
Well,
they go into it.
First time I won't probably. The wife is wrong to get mad on the first occurrence, and probably on the first time they need to talk. They don't need to fight because the husband probably didn't realize what was going on. So you, the wife, have to point it out that, hey, this is what happened. I felt disrespected. I felt this way, and next time this is what I prefer. This is what is supposed to happen.
Okay, let me add this. You, the wife, you go home and you guys have your heated argument, fight, and you talk about it and say, and he promised, I will change. Next time we'll make sure that mom sits in the back. You go again, and he tells you, sit in the back. Mom is going to sit in the front.
Changing is the process at this time, please.
Because imagine the mother be like, and one mama today. And I feel like I don't know.
Na me maame no ni kunu en.
So that keeps happening, and he keeps telling you, "Oh, I'll fix it. I'll talk with mom. I'll talk with mom." And then, for fifth time, he keeps telling you to send that back.
I feel like at this point, everybody just like take their own car and just get to the location.
Too many gas. Too many gas.
You
take bike.
No choice. You don't have money to buy a motorbike. This issue needs to be solved. What's that?
Yeah, Uber.
You don't have money for Uber.
My
You have
track
no
it.
choice.
I know
That
Ben
is your only
Track
transportation.
it. Metric it. And a probably a form of exercise.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let me give you another example, which is kind of similar to this.
Okay.
And a boundary situation. So now it's you, the wife, and your husband and your father have an argument. My father-in-law fee, right? And the husband and the girl's father, your wife's father, have a fight. And then you tell your wife, Dimachi Basimian Kofi. And then the girl no papa na sitina se.
Papa, me kokra say me do fie kra, me do fie ada. Me kokra, me do fie. That time na me wa na oje mi trinsa no. Say. Oje mi trinsa no. Why should take responsibility? And your responsibility to the man. So I have to be more respectful towards my husband.
But your father is saying the husband no Ukruno is being disrespectful to Tinase as me ba.
Then I go take my contact just to come back.
Nothing say. And then Ukruno so can't say me you do machi because again now you need to show support.
Our rare near DBA Kayamamre. 18 say Oba aqua rim and you feel say it is too much into a person with you. You can't just say setness, no betness.
Yeah.
And Sunday no man they have to return it.
Yeah.
What you say, hey,
full
time or
refund.
shame with mo bro pufu now J and dear. Say, hey, me bananya you kunupa. You do agreement also on your day.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
inti, yeah. I feel like say eh ya mamre e kwan ye fa so ba na sa na fa so ko. Yeah.
I was saying my grandma do fee.
Ah.
So the same thing. Oh, papa and so no, you fight.
Now I do feel.
So
the wife shouldn't listen to the dad because come on now.
For that one it's easy to answer.
Yeah, that's
If
not
you say do has a man and no I think can be my husband.
Yeah, wait, no, you're just a husband. Oh, you're just a husband.
straight bullet. Straight bullet.
When you're just a husband,
No.
Because
You're
I
just
feel
a
like
husband.
they had a fight at the father's place, right?
Mm-hmm.
They will all go home.
Yeah.
So Brani and Kofi, that's easy. Oh yeah, go. Like, cause we have to resolve that in the car, and then we had a friend Papa and I say, oh, this.
Yeah, sorry.
So what if your husband was wrong in the situation?
Me pacho hold on. If you na me de
Still,
girl
you
ni
go
kom no.
with your husband.
Enye me feel. Enye me ni oba ni fie ni ye ko.
Yeah.
Tim kasi ye nko fie ye ko ye fie. Ti papa de kase tena se abeda
Oh,
he.
that
Ye ko fie am ni wesi. Emu. Eti ne nyese bia akwa ba bi kwa. Yeah, so yeah, me nti papa.
Well, excepting one instance, say if the husband is being abusive to me, then I'm gonna probably stay.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, then whatever say, but man, don't you're wrong. I'm gonna go home because me your bar for. So I'm gonna go home and later on I'll talk to both sides and then decide what I need to do afterwards.
Like, if like they fought, like if there was a fight between the husband and the dad, that one you'd be like, oh okay, I'm not going with my husband. I want to resolve it here before
Before we go.
But it's getting heated to the point say I said did that time crown put ever.
Hey, what's that plus here?
My God. I did that time baba. Until no, so Americano. Ukunu ehu say yo, this is getting serious inti. Me rebe send me uncle.
And I feel like he made the right decision.
Made the right decision, even though so him so you're wrong, no. On my own coffee.
Yeah, I feel like it's right and even cramp or war bar at that point. When you saw train money through the point, say Eddie Yatamana and Tokyo, so war bar no bring that option to for you guys to go home.
Yeah. Let's get out.
Remember, need be a sword you.
For real.
I need that sword.
Or her stress ne Lester or Papa de Brenna.
So okay, can I dream it?
Listen, no what can't point Nanki, what told no more in and I said, a bread do not swing our power no one now. Like a Canadian action.
I'll full refund do. Let me see. Full refund. Oh, you want to take your daughter back? Take her full refund.
Now where they know how so more car could you refund that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know my dear, so make you more refund.
Yeah, Benjamin, Odogumi Tawachi. Mama, high spirit. Yeah, Benjamin.
Okay, I will say so if anybody have any comments or anything, they can put it down below for us. Into then I guess what advice can you give so people who are in that situation? How do they go about putting that boundary? Whether it be the wife, whether it be the husband, or
the mother.
How do you go? Yeah, putting that boundary on the mother. You think so? Would be the best option for people. So I
feel like I don't know. You guys know what a Venn diagram is?
Yeah.
Venn diagram circle.
Yeah.
So like two circles come together. That middle one, that's like you guys' relationship. So like you guys play both sides. The wife has her family, the husband has his family. So everything has to be you guys first, and then they come second. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Yeah,
I agree with that too.
That's good.
Yeah, I agree. Any more thoughts before we wrap up? No?
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, if anyone has comments, questions, they can put it down below and we can read some on our next podcast. Thank you guys so much for joining us on Talks on Box. I'm your host, Abby, and we will see you on the next podcast. Bye.
Bye. Bye.